Welcome back. Southtowns Radiology is, of course, our sponsor for Winging It Goes Pink as we talk about all about women's health really this morning. We're joined now by one of their doctors, Dr. Alberto Benedicto. You are, we met at the office last week. Correct. As you were checking out some of the imaging from mammograms. Tell us a little bit about what you do for Southtowns.
Well, Southtowns, a big part of our practice does center around women's imaging, and we do see a lot of women in our practice. And occasionally, as we see them in the practice, other issues come up, and we're accessible, and they ask us about what our treatments options for their problems, and consult us to what we can do about them.
So it's really kind of a comfortable atmosphere is important when you're really an all-around women's healthcare provider.
Yeah, I think we'd like to provide that warm environment and that we're all approachable. I mean, sometimes people undergo these medical tests, and it can be pretty scary and nerve-wracking. So we want to put people at ease, and that that they can ask us what's their concern, that we can address those concerns.
And we see you right here checking out the digital mammography. We've been learning all about it this week, and it really helps you detect any issues much earlier on. You can kind of adjust the brightness and the orientation and all that. That's kind of what we were peering over your shoulder as you were doing, right?
Yeah, so we have a digital system which allows us to do a lot of those things that you just mentioned, and makes it a lot easier to detect some of these lesions that we see, which was not normally available in the old technology that we've had in the past. So, the technology has really allowed us to make our jobs a lot easier.
Exactly. Easier, faster, more precise.
Correct.
But these are not the only things that you're screening for there. We're also talking about things like varicose veins and other digital imaging, things that can come up in digital imaging.
Yeah. I mean, varicose veins is a pretty common symptom that a lot of females have. I mean, we're talking about it. Over 70% of people age 60 and above can be affected by varicose veins. And the symptoms can be mild, and they can have that spectrum to completely debilitating. And we see the gamut at our office.
And that's one of your specialties at Southtowns,
yes. Besides women imaging, I also specialize in vascular pathology, and varicose veins falls under one of those categories.
And real quick, what are some of the symptoms of this in case anyone thinks that they might have them?
Symptoms could be burning, itching, you can have a rash, restless legs, swelling, even pain, focal pain, are very common symptoms. And these symptoms they're subjective. Initially, people start out that they're mild, and the natural progression is that it always becomes worse.
Mm-hmm. It again goes back to something we were talking about with Emily from Southtowns earlier in the week. You have to always be conscious of what's normal for you as opposed to what's
correct.
Normal, in your mind.
Exactly.
So again, thank you so much for coming in today, Dr. Benedicto. You can find him down at Southtowns Radiology, the Hamburg office, correct?
Correct.
All right. Again, thanks so much again for partnering with us for Winging It Goes Pink and joining in on the pink set, all the action in here. All right.